going to switch back to English because, as I was saying, we have Megan Petzel from Max Burger's agency, and we're going to talk about gadgets that are needed in the modern car. I mean, with all the technology changing, actually, what we have in the glove box has changed too. How are you, Megan?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Excellent. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. And this is pretty interesting. You guys introduced me to some cool products that some of them I have seen, some others actually I haven't. So it's pretty interesting how technology has changed even that for the cars, right?
Right. Yeah, there's things that you can do now that were kind of unheard of a couple years ago.
Yeah, and all this new technology has pretty much changed with the start of the iPhone, I guess, the smartphones, if you want to say, and because that has allowed us to not only obviously communicate from the car, but also learn a lot of information. So what kind of products those are you talking about here?
So one of the newest products that we think you're really going to love is called the Juno Jumper Battery. And this battery is actually a portable jumper for your car. So instead of, when your car battery dies and you can't charge it, instead of having to find another vehicle, find jumper cables, and get your car started, this is actually a portable battery that you can just throw in your glove compartment, and it will actually start your car for you. And it's pretty small. It's only about the size of and the width of an iPhone 6.
I was gonna say, did you say the glove the glove box? That's where you kept it? Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's actually the smallest, thinnest car jumper in the world.
And how can that be possible? Because as I understand battery technology, I mean, you need space actually to accumulate energy, and that's actually the problem with all the electric cars that the manufacturers are dealing with, like the size of the actual battery. So this is pretty amazing that you can recharge a 12-volt battery from a car from that small of a size, no?
Right, and you would charge it the same way you would most devices, so through a micro USB cable, and it actually comes with those cables to charge the actual device. And there's going to be 4 lights that are actually on the front of the device, and you can tell if it has enough power to actually jumpstart your car, whether it has 3 or more lights lit up. So, because the other cool thing about this battery is that it can charge your smartphone as well. So whether you have an iPhone or an Android, it can do that. So even if it doesn't have enough power, it doesn't have the 3 or 4 lights lit up to charge your car, it will still be able to charge your cell phone.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it provides 12 volts of power. So at its peak point, it's 300 amps, so that it will jumpstart your dead car or your motorcycle. Works on motorcycles as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it doesn't matter the size of the vehicle, as long as the actual charger is fully charged.
Right. It'll jumpstart almost all 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder engines.
Oh, okay. But it's still pretty amazing, because if you say you can keep it in the glove box and they just pull it out and restart the car. Actually, I had my neighbor the other day. He forgot his lights on, and I called him. He wasn't home, and I couldn't reach him. And like the next day, there he was, and he didn't have any cable, so he could have used this thing, huh?
Yeah, and the best part is it's only $100.
Wow, that's incredible. So what other products are there? I see one that really caught my attention. It's called the Blue Driver Lemur monitors. And that's really like your mechanic on your glove box again, right?
Yeah, so this is really cool. The Blue Driver from Lemur Monitors actually turns your phone into an auto diagnostics tool. So the same way a mechanic would plug into the ODV2 under your steering wheel, they lug over that big piece of machinery, plug it in, do a diagnostics test. Well, this actually fits in your hand, and it'll plug in the same way, and it works in conjunction with an app. So you plug it in, and it actually gives you repair reports. You can read any error codes, and those reports are something that you can actually share with the mechanic and say, hey, here's what's wrong, tell me what we need to do to fix it.
Well, that's amazing, because that really saves any tricks that anybody will try to pull on you, right?
Right. I especially say
Well, some guys don't. Some guys we don't know. Some of the guys we don't know either. So don't say that.
But you can get these reports right away, and even if maybe it's something simple you think you can fix yourself, you can share the reports on social media and ask people for feedback. Like, hey, does anybody know how you would fix this?
Wow, that's amazing.
And it gives you detailed reports. Yeah.
So that's incredible how technology has really changed everything. I mean, we don't stop to think about these kind of things, but it's really incredible. So in a real case scenario, let's say that we get a really check engine light on your dashboard. So you connect this device, and then through the app, it will tell you what's wrong with the car. Wow, it's super easy. That's like fantastic information for everybody. I don't think only ladies, believe me. I think a lot of people have trouble understanding, and especially in modern cars. I mean, it used to be that you could open the hood and like more or less know what's under. Now it's just computers. So this is really essential to have in the car, right?
Yeah, it definitely is, and it's affordable as well. This too is only $100.
And that can be the price. The price that you can just pay to just for a regular checkup, and then they were like the real thing will start when you discover what's really wrong with your car. So that's another great one. So
and you skip that whole step, and any time again after you might need it, you can do it again. You spend that $100 one time, and you've got this diagnostics tool.
Yeah.
For forever. So.
Another of the things that are really popular nowadays, especially with the new smartphone, especially the iPhone 6, that it's the biggest one. I mean, it's all the Galaxy from Samsung. It's been there for a while, but now all these big phones, and there's a very good mount grip for the car too, right?
Yeah. So the Bracketron Mighty Grip mount is actually universal. So that's going to work on all of your phones or portable devices. So any Android or Apple phone, GPS, anything you might need to be able to view in vehicle, but not, stay hands-free, so you're not texting and driving. You can pair your phone with voice controls and Bluetooth so that, you're staying safe on the road. And this mount actually features temper bond, and Bracketron actually patented this. So it allows you to mount it on any smooth or textured surface. So this could be mounted on your dash, on your windshield, and you can rotate it in portrait or landscape. And it has a really unique grip that will rotate and expand to hold any device.
That's great. Well, so people who don't want to pay for the GPS, for example, and you have it in your phone, this is the solution to really adapt it to your car, right?
Right, and then you're not using your hands and you're staying safe in the car. So it allows you to have your phone visible, but, be able to control through.
Yeah, I also see something called Smart Cloud. I mean, what's that about? That's smart, like smartphone? Does it make calls or what?
Yeah, the Smart Cloth, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
So the Smart Cloth is from Toddy Gear, and it has microfiber on one side. So this is easily not only going to work on your smartphone if you have fingerprints on your phone, but you can clean dirt and smudges from your windows, from your sunglasses, or even the car's exterior. So it has one side that's plush microfiber and the other is silk microfiber that will actually buff and polish, so you don't need any spray or anything like that.
That's cool. And that would also help for the screen. I mean, like the screen, most cars now have screens, and you see all the fingerprints on there. So that's a good solution for that. And finally, I see a clamp light that also might be very helpful in cars.
Yeah, this actually is going to be really helpful to have. The Clamp Light Junior from Blackfire is a flashlight that can either stand on its own or you can clamp it basically anywhere. So let's say that you're driving and something is wrong, you have to pull over, open your hood. You can clamp this flashlight to your hood, swivel it around. There's light wherever you need it. It's really tiny, and it can also fit in your glove compartment. So if you don't have a light on your hood and you can't see inside, this is a perfect little companion for you.
Excellent. We're talking to Megan Petzel from the Max Burgess Agency, talking about new high-tech gadgets that actually are very helpful nowadays in the cars. So, Megan, where can an audience can find about these products?
So they're all available on their websites. The Blackfire, you can get at blackfireusa.com, and that's the Clamp Light Junior, the actual flashlight. The Toddy Gear cloth is available at toddygear.com.
Okay.
And the Juno jumper as well at its website at juno.com. And bracketron.com for the mount. And lemurmonitors.com for that blue driver that's going to be your helpful diagnostics tool.
Excellent. We're going to post all those links also on our social media pages so our Canadians can check them out. And thank you very much for your time. Really helpful, and again, pretty amazing new technology that it's available now for everybody for the car.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Este programa fue una producción de National Latino Broadcasting.